Hey guys, this is your host Thomas Tyree here from On the Hot Podcast. Today, this will be episode 195 for you guys today. This will be an all-out NBA episode for you guys today. Jam-packed episode talking about hoops inside the NBA world. But we're going to kick off today's episode by discussing NBA All-Star Weekend. I'll begin my rundown on the All-Star Game, the new All-Star format, the three-point contest, the slam dunk contest, how the NBA All-Star Weekend can improve moving forward for NBA fans around the world. So, let's get into the NBA All-Star Game where you had Team Shaq defeat Team Candace and Team Chuck to win this year's 2025 NBA All-Star Game. Steph Curry was the MVP of the All-Star Weekend and the All-Star Game this year. Had an incredible half-court shots that he hit, and had the one-legged three-point shot that he made as well. So put on a great performance, something to entertain the Bay Area. He basically had the home court advantage for All-Star break, that being in the Bay Area, and of course the Warriors are in the Bay Area. So Steph Curry got some love there, but this year, the All-Star format, I mean, it was something new that the NBA tried. You got to give them credit at least for something, right? They tried something new, a four-team tournament style for NBA All-Star Weekend, single elimination, first to 40 wins and advances, and that's exactly what Team Shaq did when they defeated Team Candace and Team Chuck. I did like the fact that Kenny, Shaq, and Charles, and they all drafted their respective teams, and then Candace took her team, which was the Rising Stars team, and matched them up against Team Shaq, which was the most competitive game out of the format, the new four-team format. But, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I really don't think this was a good idea. And I know they're trying to do something new, but this format wasn't it. And I felt like we need to go back to how it originally is. That being the All-Star original game, East versus West. Not some things that are so complicated. Why are Rising Stars players being injected into the NBA All-Star Game? It is an honor and a privilege to be a part of NBA All-Star Weekend, let alone these players bust their ass week in and week out. And an 82-plus game, or 82-plus season in the NBA that they are out on the court for. And a lot of players take a lot of pride of being selected to an All-Star Game. We're just pushing and shoving these young rising stars to play in a game. I'm not buying that, and I stand by what Draymond Green said in a way. It's like the Olympics playing a 19U American team as a warm-up or a scrimmage in the Olympics. I don't think that was the right call. Doing the four-team format, the way how the game was ran, I don't really like that as well, because I feel like as the game went on, there was too many breaks, too many intermissions. With the Mr. Beast situation, where, I mean, yes, it's cool that a fan wins $100,000, but why do it in the middle of the format? Why not do this stuff before the All-Star Game begins, before the four-team tournament begins? And then, yes, they paid homage to Shaq, Kenny, and Charles, which was really respected for the hard work that they've done on TNT. It's a damn shame that that TNT inside the NBA will no longer be around after this NBA season. I understand them giving their flowers and credit, but again, why am I seeing the four respective gentlemen presented to them by Kevin Hart in life jackets in the middle of an All-Star game? Taking up time. It's too many intermissions. Let's get the games over with. Then we could do this stuff at the end of the game, or this should have been taken care of before the game. I just believe it was too many intermissions that interrupted the flow of the game, which I think that's why we really didn't get a good second half of Team Shaq versus with Team Charles in the championship game. So, yes, I feel like that should have been addressed. But again, it's not the NBA's fault. You can't really blame Adam Silver here. The reason why NBA All-Star is all jacked up is because the NBA players. Again, you really can't, as bad as the commissioner Adam Silver is, you really can't blame him in this situation, because the players brought this on themselves. The reason why NBA All-Star Weekend, the formats keep changing, is because the players don't put in the effort like the old cats did in the 80s, the 90s, the early 2000s, taking pride and joy being selected in this game and put some type of effort out on the court. That is the reason why we're seeing Team Kenny, Team Shaq, Team Avengers, tournaments of four, We're seeing too many formats, and it should have been simple all along, East versus West. That's the reason why people are not caring about NBA All-Star Weekend, because the game and the formats are all jacked up. But I'm gonna put my attention towards LeBron James here. Now, LeBron James was in the wrong here. LeBron James was a late scratch, not playing in the All-Star game, and I gotta say it was selfish. As much as I love LeBron James, you have done this a total of 21 times, 21 straight All-Star games, and you knew you weren't going to play a 22nd consecutive All-Star game because you're not 100%. So you could have did what Giannis did in advance. Giannis knew he was unhealthy and he was not going to be able to play in the All-Star game. So what did that do? That opened the door for somebody that was deserving to get a All-Star spot, and that's how Trae Young became a first-time All-Star this year, and it didn't even take away Giannis's accolade of being an All-Star. LeBron James, nobody was going to take away his accolade of being a 22-time All-Star. He just could have opened the door for letting another player be a part of Team Shaq. Team Shaq had 7 out of 8 players because LeBron James at the last second said he was a late scratch and showed up the NBA All-Star Weekend late and sabotaged that classic Team Shaq picture where you have the OG players of Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, James Harden, Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Damian Lillard, all in one picture, and it's all sabotaged by LeBron James in a suit and street attire, nice street attire, not in the All-Star picture and All-Star uniform. So it's crazy, but here we are with the NBA All-Star. I'll move on to the dunk contest. Matt McClung ended up three-peating the dunk contest and won his 3rd straight dunk contest. Now, I gotta say, for Matt McClung, he deserves his flowers, or deserves his credit. He three-peated the NBA All-Star Weekend, winning the last 3 NBA dunk contests in the NBA All-Star. He basically saved the dunk contest over the last few years, because if you remove Matt McClung from the last 3 NBA dunk contests, they would have been god-awful. And Matt McClung saved the day. He's had some pretty entertaining dunks over the last 3 years. And I like the fact that he paid his respect Saturday night with his opening dunk, dunking over the Kia car like Blake Griffin did years and years ago in the dunk contest. But if Matt McClung returns next year, he said he's on the fence about it, we got to make the dunk contest mean something and make it worthwhile. That's what NBA All-Star Weekend is lacking. It's lacking that entertainment to make fans give a damn again. If I had my way next year for the dunk contest, I would have the reigning, defending, 3-time NBA dunk champion Matt McClung, Ja Morant, Giannis, and Zach LaVine all the dunk contests. That would make you get your popcorn ready. That would be one hell of a dunk contest with some pretty entertaining dunkers. I mean, Zach LaVine, former dunk contest winner. Giannis is a freak of nature, athletic as hell, tremendous dunker. Ja Morant, we see the in-game dunks that he has displayed in the past. I would throw Aaron Gordon in the mix and possibly take out Matt McClung, but I would keep Matt McClung in because I know Aaron Gordon is never going to participate in another dunk contest again after he was sabotaged and robbed so many times over the years of rightfully winning a dunk contest, and that's the reason why he doesn't want to participate in one anymore. So that's how I would have it if I had my way. That's how I would do the dunk contest next year. Now, next, with the 3-point contest, was Tyler Hero winning the 3-point contest. Now, I'm happy for my guy, Tyler Hero, Miami Heat fan here. This was actually the 5th time in NBA All-Star Weekend that a Miami Heat player won the 3-point contest. Tyler Hero winning the 3-point contest in his first NBA All-Star Weekend was pretty cool to see. But the 3-point contest had talented players and really good, effective shooters like Tyler Hero, Jalen Brunson, Damian Lillard, who failed to three-peat in the 3-point contest, Cade Cunningham, Buddy Hield. The contest was pretty stacked with shooters. But I was watching the first round. I'm seeing Buddy Hield light it up. Buddy Hield ended up putting up 31 points in the first round of the 3-point contest. I'm thinking to myself, when I'm watching Golden State Warriors games, why doesn't this Buddy Hield shoot lights out the way he did in the first round of the 3-point contest? But hey, here we are with that. But in the end, it was Tyler Hero that out-edged him in the second and final round by 1 point. Buddy Hield couldn't get that hot hand, couldn't keep going with the hot hand. and have that hot performance that he had in the first round, which led to Tyler Hero winning the second and final round, with Tyler Hero becoming this year's three-point contest. So to close out this segment, how would I improve NBA All-Star Weekend? Now, I have a lot of things that I feel like would make a lot of sense. To improve NBA All-Star Weekend, we got to do something different that we have not seen in the format yet. We got to do one-on-one tournaments. One-on-one tournaments of the best superstars that are available. Hey, it's friendly competition. That doesn't mean you're a better player. It just means that you want a one-on-one basketball game. We should have one-on-one tournaments that would really get the fans to engage in the games. You could have a one-on-one tournament, best of 12, win by 2 if necessary. I would make make the best dunkers participate in the dunk contest. You can have an incentive there with the dunk contest winner getting I would say $5 to $6 million if they can give them the funds. I know they already make a lot of money, but that would make dunkers want to participate in the dunk contest. We need the dunk contest to get back to the vintage days of Vince Carter participating, Kobe Bryant participating, Blake Griffin participating. That's just to name a few of how electrifying the dunk contest used to be. And the All-Star game either needs to go back to East versus West, throw it back to the 90s, early 2000s, where East versus West and the respective players are wearing their respective team jerseys during the East versus West games. Or we just go all out, open the door, and get a USA versus World basketball game. They would definitely try for that, because do you not see how the NBA is going? Do you not see how many Europeans are coming into the league? How many, I'm not going to say foreigners, but we have a lot of talent that's coming from overseas that is taking over the league, like Giannis, Nikola Jokic, Luka Doncic, just to name a few. They would take pride in this, because you already see how the USA men's Olympics basketball team and the women had a hard time getting that gold medal this past summer. So basketball is is lighting up all around the world. It's not just an American sport, it's a global sport. So a Team USA versus World NBA All-Star game would be absolutely bonkers, and that would bring the best competition. I think that's the number one thing that they should do moving forward. But those are my thoughts on NBA All-Star Weekend. I asked you guys on the poll earlier today. I give NBA All-Star Weekend a 5.5 out of 10, based off of being interested, based off of the dunk contest, with really there wasn't any entertaining dunkers other than Mac McClung. And the new format, they tried a little bit more, but that's not cutting it to me that we wait all year long for NBA All-Star Weekend as basketball fans, only to get a 4-team tournament to the best of 40. I'm not digging that. So I gave NBA All-Star Weekend a 5.5 out of 10. Those are my thoughts on NBA All-Star Weekend.